What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today, BTC USD. It is the 12th day of August. Here we are at about 63.4K with roughly 9 hours left in this day. 4 days, 9 hours left in this week. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here, and let's get into it. I woke up early this morning, and I know I'm making videos late today, but I woke up early and I noticed that Bitcoin was back above 64K and that we were actually at like 64.4K, right at the high here. This little pump that happened while everybody was sleeping got a lot of people excited. I went on X and I saw a bunch of people from around the world, not just in the Western Hemisphere, but around the world, who were excited that the price was pumping and calling for the end of the bear market, calling for the bull run. You see the attitude, the I think the attitude, the vibe that I'm getting from X is that if you believe that the bear market is still happening, that we're still in a bear market, you're delusional, and that the only rationally minded people here are the ones who believe we're in a bull market. There's so many people who are calling for the low to be in, that we're in a bull market, that the expansion is about to happen, whatever, and that's just not end of bear market times, you guys. That's not how it works. This is my fourth bear market. I've been through this before. And whenever we're at the end of these bear markets, what happens is we get this little pump. It's not that exciting, guys. We're still going to go lower. That's the attitude. That's the vibe of the space. Not, oh, we're going up. It's the end. We're going to go higher. That's not what it is. You pump up here. Who cares? We're going to go lower. It's not the end of the bear market. We've got lower to go. This is just that one pump before that final dump comes. It's still going to come. That's the attitude. Whenever most people are so excited on every little pump that happens, they're saying, "Oh, this is it. The end of the bear market's here, guys. We're gonna rally. This is it. We're gonna rally." That's how you know that we still have more to go. I'm not saying that everybody is going to be bearish at the very bottom, but I'm just saying right now that the majority of people are still in this mindset where they think the end of the bear market's here, that we have a lower low, that this is the low here, and that we're ready to go. And it's just simply not the case. I don't think it's the case at all. I think we will find our low, and I think we're going to find it this month. But I don't think it's here. I think that we're going to go lower. And I've theorized this, that we're going to see this kind of quickening in pace, this larger move, this sudden shift down sometime this month of August. Here we are. It's the 12th day of August. We're halfway through, nearly halfway through. Any week now, guys. Sometime over the next 3 weeks, we should see a shift to the downside. When's the next full moon? The buck moon. You know, fun fact about the buck moon, typically it actually is bullish for Bitcoin. I don't know why, but I've always remembered the buck moon because you get a buck. It's bullish. I don't know. The buck is like a bull in the deer world, right? He's not the cow. Anyways, July 20. Wait, which peaks on Wednesday? Oh, wait. The next full. No. Okay, that's not right. See, but the buck moon was bullish then, wasn't it? We moved up actually a little bit from July 29th. From this low, we did move up a little bit. Then we came down. So that's not the full. That's wrong. Come on, AI. Dude, it's August 12th. In August. Come on. Sturgeon moon. Okay. That actually makes more sense. I should know that. Anyways, Friday, August 28th. I don't know. Bitcoin tends to get kind of freaky around the full moons. For whatever reason, that just happens. Crime rates go up, car accidents go up, all kinds of stuff goes up over the full moon. But the price might be going down, going either into the full moon or after it. So it could be sometime late August, if not sometime early September, after the full moon, that we see this finale to the downside. I don't know. Maybe it has nothing to do with the full moon, but go through and look. I mean, we can put on the moon phases here. Let's just see. Nope, that's not it. Moon phases. right? Full moon here, and then we dropped afterwards. We were dropping before, and this might be the same kind of reaction I'm expecting here. New moon here, dropped, full moon, pumped. New moon, dropped, full moon, dropped, full moon, pumped. It's like right at these moments you get kind of a pivotal moment. Not every time, right? Here was not pivotal. Here wasn't really pivotal. I guess you picked up the pace to the downside. Here it was semi-pivotal, but it's not always pivotal. And specifically more so with the full moons than the new moons. But anyways, it's not perfect. Nothing's perfect in TA. But they're more accurate than they are inaccurate. Anyways, I wasn't planning on coming onto this video and talking about moon phases. Here we are, 63.4K. Let's get into the TA. 1 hour time frame, a lot of volume to the downside both times here, a lot of volume there. The one bullish thing that I will say is that there is a lot of volume and you haven't gone anywhere. But the bearish thing is that you've tried to pump, and it seems like these are bull traps, right? If they're bull traps, I'm not really faithful in the idea that this is going to hold as support. I would think that we move down, not up. Liquidation heat map over the last week. Let's just see what it looks like. There's a lot of shorts to clear out, guys. There are a lot of shorts to clear out. Liquidation map itself. Let's just see here. If it would load. There we go. Yeah, there's more longs than shorts over the past 24 hours. Over the past week, there are more shorts than longs. And over the past month, more shorts than longs. I don't know. We could see a fake out before we plunge lower. But the 1 hour time frame, to me, it's not. The only bullish thing is that there's a lot of volume here and you did not go lower, to be fair. RSI is really janky. It is bearish overall. But I don't know, man. If you can hold this, if you can maintain this higher low trend and not get oversold, that's actually bullish. So I would say if this RSI could get back above the 50, I would actually turn bullish. I would assume that we're going to hit the overbought zone. And the last time that we hit the overbought zone, maybe that's not a good example. You know, we hadn't been overbought for quite some time here, and then we finally hit it. So let's compare it to this. Because here, I don't know what's going on. Here, we haven't been overbought for quite some time, and the idea that we might hit it, right there, look at how bullish that was. Then you formed higher lows, and you continue to grow from there. You saw a little bit of an uptrend. If this RSI can close above the 50, and you get this reaction where you're getting these higher lows, you're bouncing off the oversold zone, that would be bullish. Until then, you have this bearish look, so I'll maintain the bearish stance. 46 minutes left in the hour, there's a lot of time to come down. Stochastics are reset, you're at the oversold zone. The last couple times you've been oversold, you have been at relative low areas, but you can get oversold and still go lower. You absolutely can. This can be the beginning of more to come. We look at this on the MACD, rejecting the zero. I don't care that there's more shorts over the past 30 days. I don't care if there's more shorts over the past week. We've been in this environment before and still dropped. You guys, at the all-time high levels, we had more shorts than longs, and we still put in an all-time high back in October. 4 hour time frame here. Higher highs in the RSI, lower highs in the price. It's hidden bearish divergence. It's not good. Volume's picking up. I mean, the only hope that you have, really, as a bull would be to not give up this area at all. Don't give up this ground. Come back up. Get above these highs. It's bearish. It is bearish, but it's not condemningly bearish yet, but it's pretty damn bad. Stochastics look bad. MACD looks bad. It all looks bad. Daily time frame here. RSI is pointed down. Got a nice uptrend. You couldn't even get into the overbought zone. Now you're forming a downtrend. That's not good, guys. It's not good to form a downtrend mid-uptrend. It's really not good at all. It's bad. Very, very bad. Stochastics rejected the overbought zone. You're coming down. Not a good sign either. And then the MACD building bearish momentum. Here you were, man. Finding support at the zero. This should have been a good thing. But it looks like you put in a false cross to the upside, a false green cross there. And you barely had to move up at all. Now you're moving down. The strength seems to be to the downside, not to the upside. You crossed above the zero here. That should have been bullish. You bounced off the zero here. That should have been bullish. Both those things should have been bullish. Where's your bullish price action? Nothing. You just moved sideways. Now the bears are taking over. That doesn't bode well, in my opinion. The last time that we saw a cross below the zero, we had a moment like this. We saw price action just like this, and then we dropped. We saw price action just like what we're seeing now, and then we dropped. That drop happened after the stochastics were oversold. We're not oversold yet. So assuming here by the end of the month we have all this time, I'm genuinely thinking that going into this month's end of August, if not literally the first week of September, we're going to have the end of our bear market. It's going to be down here. And the stochastics aren't going to go that low. I shouldn't draw it like that. But once they get oversold, right? Here, you were oversold. Then you did this, and then for about a week, and then a week later, boom, you had your drop. And then 3 weeks later, you had your low, you know. If the bear market low is not in August and it's in September, we're going to see most of the move in August. That's the expectation still. Calling for it in August, though. It really is looking like it might be September. Weekly time frame. The RSI is bearish. It's very bearish. The stochastics are bearish, and the MACD, of course, is bearish as well. The MACD is less reliable because we're just kind of choppy and sideways. It's going to be less reliable. Monthly time frame. A lot of people have been saying that we're at the end of the bear market because of where the RSI is, right? Remember back here in February and beyond, everybody thought we were at the end of the bear market just because of the RSI being there. Where we figured out that the RSI trends, it doesn't just respect these horizontal levels all the time, but it does trend. We've got these lower lows coming through. I think we have lower to go, you guys. I think we have lower to go. I don't think that June was the low, no more than I thought February was the low. I think we have lower to go. I don't think we're going to get into the oversold zone. I don't think that's going to happen. Overall, it's a very bullish RSI. But understand that for this next bull market, Bitcoin really needs to get back into this overbought zone. If we reject the overbought zone, if we do this and then we come back up, that's okay. If we do this and we come back up, that's okay. Same thing over here, right? That's fine. But if we reject this overbought zone and we have a cycle where we can't get overbought, that would set us up for getting oversold in the next cycle. That next bear market might be worse than this bear market if we continue this trend down. So we need to break this trend more or less. We need to break it either break it by getting higher highs in the RSI from the last bull market, or at the very least get some like higher lows going into the next bear market. But that's a long time away. We've got a lot of time to figure things out. We're near the low, but not at it. Near the low here at 63.4K, I'm thinking that we're going to go below 50K. We're going to see something of a 20% drop or more for Bitcoin. That likely results in a greater than 20% drop for most altcoins. Community-driven projects, I think, will be fine. For whatever reason, you know, we've seen in this bear market that community-driven meme coins and other projects are typically unscathed in these dumping moments. For whatever reason, I've noticed it in a few different community coins. That doesn't mean that everything is safe. That doesn't mean every community coin is safe. The best thing to do is probably to hold cash in moments like this, but I do think we're getting to that point where it's going to be time to start loading up the truck. Anytime we're below 55K, I think is a good time to buy Bitcoin and various other cryptos as well. I don't have anything else to say. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. We're almost there, man. We're almost there. Think of it like this, right? Imagine your I would imagine a lot of you had your first bull market last cycle. If not, this was your first bull market. You're either in your first or second bull market. I would imagine most of you are that way. And you've been here before, or this is your first time, but you still know that there is good times ahead, that it's a good time to invest. But you, like me and everybody else, we were very bullish for the last cycle, and it was rather a disappointment, right? So everybody with the disappointing bull market and the disappointing bear market that's come so far, everybody's very disbelieving with crypto. They're not really willing to take the risk on crypto. Stocks been pumping, commodities are pumping, but crypto hasn't been. Nobody's willing to take a risk on crypto. If you want to talk someone into taking a risk on crypto, I was having this conversation yesterday with my wife. You look at the high here, and the bear market low was 14 months later. You look at the high here and you look at the low, this bear market low was 12 months later. High here, actually the high here, because that's the beginning of the bear market to the low here, that was 12 months later, okay? So from the high to the low, that took 14 months, but including that month, that's actually 15 months total. Including that month, that's 13 months total, right? If you're including the top here, the bear market started here 12 months later, but that's 13 months total. I don't know if that matters, but 12, 13 months, 14 months, whatever you want to call it, okay? The first bear market was way shorter. I don't think that we're going to see that, right? I don't even know if that was a bear market. This might have all just been one great big super cycle of a bull market. We didn't have a halving period back here. That's why. Bitcoin has never seen longer than a 14-month bear market. Right now, we are on month 11. It says 10, but again, including that first month, we are on month 11. Imagine that this goes out to 12 months, that would be October. Okay, just like the last two cycles. I doubt that it'll be October. It's either going to be shorter, like August or September, or it's going to be longer. Imagine it's not 14 months, but it's 16 months. Okay, the longest bear market we've ever seen. That puts us out in February of 2027. You see, the point that I'm making here is not that we know exactly when the bear market low is going to be. I've already told you I think it's going to be August. I could be wrong. It could be February. It could be March. The point is, we don't have much time left in this bear market. So if you're trying to invest, if you're trying to talk people into investing in crypto, you have friends, family members who you want them to succeed in life, you think that it's a good time to get in, you want them to get in at a good time so that they're set up for the next rally, the next cycle, all you need to really do is wait 6 months. And I don't mean buy now and wait 6 months. I mean if you're buying here, if you're buying in a month, if you're buying 2 months, 3 months, 4 months from now, anytime within the next 6 months, wait a 6-month period. And at that point, we should have our low, right? And we should be starting to grow there. That doesn't mean that we're going to grow immediately. That doesn't mean that we're in peak bull market growth. But if you've got people who within the next 6 months are buying and they can wait at least 6 months from when they buy, they should see the positive results of the market bottoming out. We're in that kind of time frame. And for me, I think it's more like 30 days or less. I don't know how much sense that all makes, but just the idea here is that if you're setting yourself up for the long term, if you're buying, and I'm drawing this circle down here, even if you're buying here and you're thinking a year from now, 4 years from now, 3 years from now, we're going to be at new all-time highs. We're going to see Bitcoin at new all-time highs, which means that crypto as a whole will see new all-time highs. If you've got the patience, the tenacity, or you know people who have patience, and they can sit through a little bit of hardship, time-based hardship, the reward there is immense, man. It's a very good time to get into crypto. That's all I'm trying to say there at the end. I don't know if I've phrased it properly, but hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.